Hi everyone. Today I'm going to do a special little project on a piece of wood. Um, it feels like it's pretty nice. It doesn't need to be sanded. It has a little grit to it, and I kind of want that because it'll adhere, the paint will adhere a little bit better, I'm thinking. But before I do that, I am going to put a base coat of multi-purpose sealer on, just to be sure it does stay. And I have here, I have this automotive masking tape. I got it on Amazon. It's a little expensive. It's not real, it's not like exorbitant. I think, you know, most people that paint or do these kinds of things will find that it is okay to spend that little bit of money. Especially if it's not supposed to cause leakage, so that's what we're aiming for. And I'm kind of just eyeballing maybe where I want this to go. I'm going to be painting half of this. I want to make sure it's even, so I'm going to check that out with my measurer. I have this little plastic thing here. Let's just see. Even if it's not halfway, I kind of want it to come up a little bit higher. So it's about 7, almost 7. So let's, yeah, it looks like it's kind of going to be hard to tell here. Let's see if I can get a measure here, which is about 5.5. A little bit more than 5.5. Ooh. That might not be too good here. Let's see. So I've got right to, let's just put it to the edge here. And right where it starts to bend is about 2. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. It seems to be pretty good. So this tape, like I said, it's supposed to not cause any kind of leakage. So we're going to see if that does happen. And I'm going to go get my sealer, which is a multi-purpose sealer. And I'm just going to paint that on there. I'm just going to put some out on my palette here. You can't see my palette today, unfortunately. I'm sorry that you can't see it. And I'm just going to use a regular my regular paintbrush here. It's a number 16. And I am going to put that sealer. It's clear, and it's a Deco Art multi-purpose sealer. And this is great for wood. And I'm going to go in the direction of the wood. The grain. I should say the grain of the wood. We'll give this a few minutes to dry, actually, to see how it is. I'm going to even get around this edge here because I'm not sure. I probably will paint this part here on the circle. Oops. So I definitely do want to have that sealed. This just kind of helps to keep that paint from going into the surface and using a lot of it, you know. I'm going to be using acrylic paint for this. This will be my step 1 to this. it dry. I'll put it up this way. Kind of like that texture in here too, you know, that kind of really gives it a little bit of pizzazz. Just going to rinse that out for now. I'm going to use this brush to actually put the paint on also. I'm just going to be using my liquid acrylic from Hobby Lobby. It's titanium white. Okay. I'm not mixing it with anything. I'm just using it straight out. And I'll probably have to use a couple coats of this. And I'm going in the direction of the grain. Definitely want that to be the direction of it. Now I got this wood at Home Depot, or Lowe's I think it was, I'm sorry, Lowe's. They had these rounds, and these were actually the last two that they had, so I was pretty fortunate to get these. I'm going to get the edge here. This here, oops, sorry, right here. Coming down on this. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go to my next coat here because I believe it is pretty doggone dry already. It should dry pretty fast. I'm going to turn it this way. And then we're going to wait 24 hours to be sure that this is dry. I want to make sure that it is dry before I go to my next step on this, because I have to cut out a stencil for it. sure that everything is covered. Because a lot of times when it dries, it kind of comes clearer, you know, like, do you need another coat, or what the situation will be. I might just put another coat on there just to be sure. I'm going to dry this now, so I'm going to be right back. Okay, I got this dried now, and I'm going to put another coat on. And I'm going to actually do the round part of this because it looks like it needs it a little bit more. So, to even it out and everything. Making sure I get all the little nooks and crannies that are in here. I don't want to put this on my easel straight down because I'm afraid that it'll nick it. So I'm just going to kind of hold it here. Okay. Okay, and one more coat. I think we'll be good with this. Then I'll just let it dry, like I said, for 24 hours, and then we'll come back. But before I do leave this to dry, I'm going to rip up the tape. I don't want that on there for now. It's always best to rip up your tape while it's still a little damp, because you don't want to get that bleeding. And that's what I'm trying to not have. But apparently this tape is supposed to be pretty good for that. So we'll see. We will see. Alright, so here it goes. I'm going to rip it real nicely. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Wow, it didn't leak at all. See that? That's gorgeous. Okay, let me just wipe this off on the side here. I'm going to wipe it off here. It kind of needs to be a little cleaner here. But it looks beautiful. It is beautiful. Look at how crisp that line is. That is so nice. Now my debate is whether I want to color this or just leave it neutral. I have stain, but whether I want to use it or not, that's an iffy question. We'll have to think about it for a little bit. So, okay, so tomorrow we'll be back here and we'll be doing the rest of this. I want to cut out the stencil, and we'll see how that goes. All right, till tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so we're back here, and what I did is I cut out a stencil. I put it on here, and now I'm going to seal this to make sure that it doesn't create any kind of leaks, you know, through this stencil. I'm going to do it with a primer, and I'm going to do it with a cosmetic sponge. These are really good for that, and I have a little bit of primer here, which is actually Mod Podge. That's what I use. So I'm going to tap this in here, tap it, and then kind of stroke it a little bit, just making sure that it gets sealed really properly. And we'll actually be painting with this sponge also, with a sponge like this. So think I'm going to use the other side. Just is a little bit better. Right here, this E was a little, oh, there it goes. Probably won't be able to get those E's done rightly. Lost that little, oh, it's on my finger. Yeah, this is the hard part. Sometimes those little spaces, you'll have a little issue with it. I don't think I have it on here. I think I lost it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off too, just to make them even. Watch me not be able to get that off of there. I'm just using this pen tool. Okay, so once this dries, make sure everything's sealed good. We're going to just do it in black. Like that black acrylic paint will be fine for this. So we're going to let that dry, and then we'll come back and do the paint. Okay, so this is dry. Mod Podge dries real fast. And I have my black paint. It's just Mars Black and another makeup sponge. And it's all you need is a little bit. So I'm just going to tap it on here. Kind of wipe it off a bit, like, see. And just tap it. You want to just tap it in. You don't want to do it hard. And you probably have to put another coat on. But you got to do this pretty quick, because the longer you take, it could leak into this. So you don't want that to happen. Now, if you're going to place this outside too, you want to kind of coat it with something to keep it from getting messed up, you know, from the weather and things like that. Okay, so we're going to go and do another coat. And you don't really need a lot of paint. I actually put too much in here, so you don't want to put a lot in here. Just make sure you get it in there pretty quick. Always wipe it off on the sides of the cup. See, I have like little cups that I can use, but if you just make sure that you get, you know, you wipe this off a little bit, because you don't want it very heavy, because that's when it'll bleed. It might even bleed now, you know, it's just one of those things. It's not perfect. Perfect is like if you go to Hobby Lobby and buy something from Hobby Lobby that's machine made. That's how, you know, perfect is. But when you're doing these things yourself, it kind of gives you an idea that, yeah, this is cute, I like it, and it doesn't have to be a perfect piece. That's the key for making things at home, you know, like crafting at home. It does not have to be perfect. Oops, I didn't want to get that on that white. I have to do a touch up there. This is just Deco Art Paint. craft paint. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a second. And I'm gonna see if I can wipe that black off of the top there with a baby wipe. Oh boy. Huh. Okay. Let's see if we can get that off of there somehow. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so now when you pull this off, you want to pull it in the opposite direction. So I usually start from left to right. And I'm sure if you're left-handed, you would start right to left. So I'm going towards my right hand. And you just pull it off slowly. It's pretty stuck, so it's good. Okay, so that did pretty good. I think it turned out real nice. Now, I got to get these little pieces that are in these pieces here. I'm just using my pen tool here. Okay, so that E will not come out because I don't have that E in there. This one's pretty stuck in there. Let me see if I can get it this way. There we go. Oh, well, I guess I was doing it in the wrong spot. I'll have to touch that up a little bit. So if you have like a small little brush, you can work where it didn't quite take. Just to touch it up. Okay, let's see if I can fix those little spots up with a small brush. I think we'll be good. Yeah, so I'm just going to use this little number 4. Get some of my black paint. Just go in there very lightly, like. Okay. Just go lightly. Sometimes I've never had it leak the other way. It's kind of interesting. So we fixed that. We fixed that. I like it. It looks really nice. Okay, hope you guys like it too. It looks really cute. So, now what to do with the rest of this, huh? I'm going to see if I can get that off of there. Now, I've seen one person do little polka dots on the top. Here. And, or just I could stick a bow on there. But I think those polka dots might be really cute. And I can just use like one of my sponge things. My little sponge dauber. I'll grab some of that paint. And just do the same thing as we did before. I hate to be copying off of what she did, but she did a nice job and I kind of liked it. So this is just practice. So little polka dots. These don't have to be perfect either. We're just kind of giving it a little pizzazz here. Kind of going in the same direction as the wood circle. Okay, so we could stick in here. Now I have some real cute polka dot ribbon. So once this dries, then we'll do the O-rings in the back and we'll get the ribbon on. Can't you get comfy, Sally? Hmm? Okay. A little different here. No rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. Just putting some dots in, filling it up. I definitely would like to get one right here because of that mark there. Put one there too. And another one maybe right here. Why not? Maybe here. Here. I think these ones close. There we go. Okay, so we got that on there. Let's let this dry. And once it's dry, we can come back and check it out. And then we'll get that bow and the O-rings on for the sign. And I think this would be a nice little door hanger, front door hanger. It's so cute. I mean, I just thought the way that that girl did it was really nice. I mean, I did copy some of it anyways. But the stencil part, that's the part that's important. Because you want to be sure you don't leak. And with Mod Podge, and I just use regular Mod Podge, and it worked fine. So that's kind of like your primer before you paint it, to keep it from leaking too much. And I didn't get any leaks. I just got some that pulled off there, but I'd rather have something like that. And it looks like there's another little piece right here, maybe. Another little piece of, I don't know. Oh yeah, there is. Well, maybe not, but if I pull it out enough, it will be, huh? I might just have to paint that too. Okay, let me just get that. It seems as though that's a little bit more of that it just kind of filled in. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think this is cute. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. And we'll be back to finish it up and see how it looks. All right. Have a good day for today. And then we'll be back when this dries. All right. I just wanted to show you this. I finished it, and what I did is I put the D-rings on. You can see here I kind of came in about a 1 inch on each side. Kind of measured it the best that I could with a T-square. Screwed the screws in for wood, and then I just kind of used this, I found this here, and I just did it the best I could. I'm not real good with making bows, but I glued it down, so hopefully it'll stay, and you can fluff this up the way you want, and it's ready to hang. You just have to hang it by this right here, and that's the finishing touch. But I had that, found this here, and I thought, well, why not use it? Now the last thing I have to do is just cut that little piece off here, and I'm going to cut this a little bit to make it more presentable. But yeah, that's it. Our cute little welcome sign to put on our door, or wherever you want to put it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Until then, bye.